Hello, and welcome to part 6 of my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. We're going to go all the way up to the current expansion, which is Dawn Trail, but we're starting here in Livingston and Lamosa. We've completed most of the tasks that have been put before us, so now all we have to do is complete our time here in Eorzea, and then we'll be on our way to the other city-states, Uldar and Gridania. First things first, make sure that I have let everyone know that I am streaming, because again, it's of the limitations that Sony have put upon me. Just bear with me, and then we'll get the task from Commodore Reyna. I've had a think about the areas in which are going to have side quests that are based around your character being in those city-states. What I'm going to do, because a lot of them aren't relevant, and a lot of them are very low level when we go and get to them. So I'll probably do them complete them off screen and get them out of the way, because they're not important. They're basically for your starter area. It's like if I choose to go and become a bard or whatever in Gridania, then they're there for me to pick up and level up. But there are other ways to level up characters, and I am gonna get all the classes and unlock all the classes and do them all. But I'm going to do what the game recommends and go to level 30 with my Arcanist. Forgot about that. We'll have our level 20 unlocked soon. We'll find out what happened to the person who we were helping with, who freaked out when she saw a pirate on a ship. So we'll cover that. So let's say there's Cunning's there. Canarian, they got the armourer down there. I suppose it's the blacksmith as well. The blacksmith is. Fisherman is also down there as well. So we'll unlock everything that we need, and I'll cover that probably in a different video, different stream. So let's speak to Commodore Reyna in the High Society. I'm not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It's a highly coveted honour, why even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the Fracasserie have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all your efforts, a nod to the many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment yet seen? Perchance you will realise its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Livingston and Lamosa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realise that you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench, to see if Bradanian can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable on such things. Right, let's go and see him. This is the Marauder Guild. This is where you unlock the tank class for Marauder. Start off with it as well. Let's go down here. There's a few bridges in here there. So he's having to deal with the malarkey of pissing about doing right. Bradian. Well, well, if it ain't Moab's little guest of honour, hobnobbling with the Iron Mighty now, is it? I tell you, I damn near snorted out at me nose when I heard the news. You come a long bloody way, and I have it, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure, you don't want for decent grub. Those banquets are crafted for the bleeding Bismarck, no less. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly with bursting with a fine and more important free food. But you can't have your tummy up in your shite cake venturing gear. No, here's an hour you have a touch of refinement about you. It's only to stop folk complaining about she stuffed her face with cake. Take yourself over to the opulent and seeking the Yezemarin and the Bulgarian essentials. She'll furnish you with something ladylike to wear. I already had a word with her and she'll need you to pick the goods, then bring them back here and we can tell you what's what. And make me look ladylike. Oh, nice. Right, we'll go down to these right past the plaza. I've never actually spoken to this person before. Normally they don't select him, they can summon them and speak to him. Good day, miss. I assume you're the underdressed lady Badarian mentioned. He was not exaggerating. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I am certain you absolutely adore them. You apply a nice smell. Hey, you try and run around with an angry carbuncle, you know? Carbuncle is not exactly the nicest of things to deal with. And don't make me draw it come and make it come and eat you. Poor carbuncle. Been seeing Jasmine, have you? Let's have a look at the box then. Here you go, a nice pair of old dress shoes for you. Alas, might have a less than a name, so as long as she has a decent pair of shoes at her feet. There ain't nowhere she can't go. Figure them as a gift of way where other folk are doing along the right way. Aye, let's move in gesture. I know you're not letting. It's just not going running up on me, yeah? Won't be for Limsa's new turned up banquet soaked in old tears and snot. Anyway, that's the garb sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready and I'll to go. Give me the shoes. Oh, we'll put on the shoes. Missing mass repast. You're ready then, are you? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you've waited any longer, I'll consider me civic duty to turn over and drag you there. Now, make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying on won't do no good. They're meant to be look good. They're meant to make you look like a lady, remember? Not the lady bleeding lady. As for your directions, the feasting is being held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Zenfell in Bulwark Hall and he'll show you the way. And keep head high, lass. After everything you've done for Limsa, you have a good reason to be proud, and don't let no highborn bugger tell you any different. Right. So we need to go back down. Speak to him. Call. And come over here. Over here and speak with the Storm Sergeant, Zenfrell. Yeah, just making sure I ain't coming through. I am. Right. Right, speak with Zenfrel. Dress shoes. Fancy shoes. An adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, now those are some fancy shoes. Come, adventurer, I'll show you to the briefing room. Pistola.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this woman for her services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect her on her journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
By the navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal.
Yes.
You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light.
Ah, poor 1.0 Warrior of Light.
Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the primals. When the Gallian Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Down a mood.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold. Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Soginin Moise Donzul. Logalo, Asawad Deken Bet Mubut. Imarat Way, Kiskat Toga Hats Wadadorns. Sisnigem, Fisdun the only Lamrai Sadai Dorn.
Morning, sunshine. All a bit for yeah, what was it? What happened? Don't you remember then? You killed over in the middle of the banquet and caused a right stir, and you've been carried back to the winch myself. Where I say carry, it was a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. Any road, don't fret, 'tis a wonder you was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Yeah, a little nap seems to have put some colour back in your cheeks, though I'll leave it to. Bugger, almost forgot, the Admiral wants to have a word with you. And you feel up to it. Talk to everyone here will in command room and stay awake. I told on me web that in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'll look kindly at you if you repeat the trick. Yeah. Right, so let's put our shoes back on. Like a Jedi Knight. And go. Right. Speak with my web in the command room. I actually prefer her original voice actress. They changed it. We'll cover that when we get to it. Alright. Let's go speak with the Swiftperch Emperor. Greetings, Mino. Admiral Broseph Wynn awaits you in the command room. Shall I announce? Let's turn that down. As impressive as the background music is, Sony Music Entertainment tends to don't take kindly to letting it be heard. Ah, Mino, it's good to see you on your feet again. Are you recovered? Then let's not waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind is that I require some explanation. I do hope you have more and you have no other plans. To business then. I have penned a letter for each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartino and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It's been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes and looked upon the Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who once had given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We never truly do so, hopefully. However, till we have faced our past. To this end, I'm proposing a memorial service to be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartino. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa. But that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality that puts me in mind of history's champions. A quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. Yes. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Uda. A grueling journey, to be sure. Were you to travel by sea and land, but I have meant to take to the skies. An airship pass, to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. But before you depart, suggest you travel Bredown for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. Your Barzit is nothing if well travelled. It's a pity I cannot issue such passes for fear hand, as much as I did in more peaceful times, when bursts were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the skies risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Least you doubt, I consider you your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There are other parties who would see you granted that privilege of air travel. I, Mino, your deeds are not gone unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you. I am flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa and the most of the people, I bid you go forth adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are truly capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. Right, so let's go and speak with Brendan. We might level up before we go. But I think we might be. No, not a ship landing. The drowning winch. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are you? Bleeding personal envoy? So you could be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance. Bugger me. I knew you was going up in the world, I didn't realise you'd be going that bloody high. And proud of you, lass. Thinking of the old how far you've come. Why, 'tis isn't enough to bring a tear to me eye, and it ain't the hour talking neither. Well, not just the hour, but at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass, the old Eorzeans laid out before you, like a fair maid on a feathered bed. And she's a big girl too. There's plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us the Moses are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gordania and trade coins with the crafty merchants of Uldar. And there's the wild places where the beasts rule and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're an adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that trick you on your bold back. 'Cause it ain't all exploring excitement. There's a heap of trouble that plagues every nation. See, tain't just ours. We're talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and goddamn primals. Aye, there's an ugly side of life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I wager there's a bugger all out there that you can't handle. Something tells me you're going to be justified. And the realm's had enough. The world is rough, 'tis true, but the folk beginning to recover from the bleeding calamity dealt with him. Call me an hopeless optimist, but I wouldn't be taking much to turn things around. 'Tis a perfect time for a adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what you waiting for? Right, let's go and speak to the hippo on the airship landing. There he is. She is. Greetings, madam. This is the council for passengers travelling to Gordania. Wait. Aren't you the famous adventurer? It's Mino Eorzea, isn't it? I thought I recognised you. You're an inspiration to us all, madam. Higher wind skyways is at your disposal. You'll be travelling with us today. Okay, and we're going to Gordania first. Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gordania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gates. Good fortune to you, Mino. There will come a day when your name means the same as heroes in the folks of this realm. May you walk in the light of the gold crystal. Custom okay then.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be said, only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland. Soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
And that's the Empire. New Gridania. In case you confused it with Old Gridania. Which actually is here. Just to confuse you even more. Right. This is a new place. And my old stomping ground. Yes, there's like those level 1s here. I'm not going to be doing them. Right, those are 14 there. That one coming. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll probably clean them up on my own. They're not necessary for the continuation of the story. You must be the envoy from Nymphs and Mimosa. Welcome to Gridania, madam. The elder seed seer awaits your arrival. Greetings, good madam. You are the Limson Lamosian envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way to the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at the Northwest altar. She will admit you to the lotus stand when the seed seer awaits. This is my main character's home. I love Gridania. Think of it like it's like the Shire and all mixed into one. So let's make sure that we. Now the good thing about Gridania is it's tiny in comparison to the other two. Archer's Guild. I'll become an archer. I'll come and finish these off on my own time. I'll watch me run around collecting these rights. I've gone the wrong way though. I'll grab a few on the way. I only leave one up, which is the carpenter. I think it's up there, an archer's guild. Because these are going to live no XP now. We're just going to sit there on the something that may be annoying. So I'll clear this up on my own. But here you can find my lot. This is the Carpenters Guild, the Leather Workers Guild for armor making, the archers, lancers, and conjurers, which are white mages. You are the Luminosian envoy, begging your pardons, madam, but I might have expected your missive you there. Verily, this seals the Admiral and limps of Mimosa. Please come with me.
So you are the Laminsan envoy. And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
Remembrance service for the fallen of Cartman. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems that only yesterday that the Guardian Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising resistance to city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknownst to us, the Guardians sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon Dalamud would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched upon the Cartano Flats and met the Seventh Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle than I've ever seen. I would never wish to see again. Yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity that followed. Despite our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent, and from the immersion of the elder primal Bahamut, which proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. 7th Legion was consumed in the blink of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. It is that any among us was spared the fight's explanation, but it seems sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. And when I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land, which had but moments been aflame, now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louis may well have been able to shed light upon his mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned to Cartman. And so we are left with the countless questions and no prospect of any answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, as we had far graver concerns. The calamity as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has become known, lays our nation's nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of calamity, it has been each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet we are to weather the coming storm. We must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well preserve the opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for the service here in Gridania. You have done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put upon further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral and on. You, meanwhile, are next bound for Ul'dah, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards, and if you should be so kind, I would appreciate that you inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late, my wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. Thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Ul'dah and beyond. I like her. She's nice. Came around. Right. We'll be back here. Well, I'll be back here. Clear all this place up. Get rid of these bloody things. Right. Speak to Lon Ellis at the airship landing. How long have we been going? Not that long. I'll clear all this up. Welcome to the Carmine Canopy, a place of respite for adventurers like yourself. It is an honour indeed to receive visitors from afar. As you may imagine, the Trolls would have scarcely begun to become from devastation brought by calamity. Then we want all the help we can get. I hope we can count on this. Greetings, madam. This is the count for passengers travelling to Ul'dah. Ah, are you not Mino? Okay, little nosy Indian boy. On behalf of all the higher wing skyways, may I say what an honour it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Sure be. Right, to Ul'dah. Probably, I think, the largest of the city-states. Bigger than Limsa, definitely. Off we go. Limsa, Black Mage, Marauder, which is not Marauder, Warrior. Is Warrior? They're Black Mage, Pugilist, and Gladiator. Ah, you must be the envoy from Nipson, no matter what could do with our madam. The flame journal awaits your arrival. Flame guard, flame honor guard. Welcome to Udar, madam. We have been expecting you. Flame General Raban is will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the hustling strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Definitely get lost in this place. This place is huge. There's the Black Mage. There's the Pugilist. Let's go and get these ones down here and get the main one we need to get was definitely the Aetheryte, so we can travel here. Right, there's a town outside. Just came from. The plaza itself. I say this place is bloody huge. You can easily get lost here. the Alchemist Guild. Just going to worry about today. And I'll clear all this up on my own. Scholar's Walk. Let's go and speak with Bartholomew. But this is the only one where they actually have a actual queen. The Sultana. The Limosian envoy, I presume. Would you be so good to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? No, thanks. Ah, yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano. I remember bloody Cartano. You know what happened that day, adventurer? We took the field against the Guardians. So my counterparts have dedicated you. Kael's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming. 'Tis a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Guardians 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbours. Led by Legatus Sols Escobados, they swiftly brought other nations of Ilzabar to heel, and so the Legatus became an emperor and his republic an empire. An empire which has set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing and he is no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Guardians have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander Legatus Gaius Valbelsar has harboured ambitions of conquest. Where he will strike now, I fear he will fall upon the others before us. Not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa and remote as well. For the calamity brought a lot of us to our knees and we are yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals that they need to summon. We are a undivided adventurer. Lions in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of his prey. Guardian stir and the elder seed seer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, which is much clear. If we are to do what we must remember, of course, what last brought us together. Whoever will have her memorial. We will honour the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people that their brothers and sisters fought and died for. I shall inform the Sultana and the Syndicate. I will speak with her Grace myself. Very good, sir. And the Admiral will have my reply and them. My thanks to you, adventurer. Well, we can now make use of the airship routes connected to 3 nations. Before you board any airship, you must pay the reciprocate fare in Gil. Right, we now level 20. Let's sell all these books. We also have a new airship. Minion, I'd like to speak with Bartholomew. Court to see. Ah, my Lady Emroy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind me asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa and Mercer in the near future? If so, I have information that may be interesting to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Bandian, the proprietor of the Dragon Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job of a capable adventurer. I can't think of none better credentials than you, but Darren would doubtless be pleased to be able to offer him your services. Right, well, we don't have to. You just go over here, click here, and it's free for me. Okay, just double this straight away. Okay, let's go pick up our level 20 quest actually before we complete that. Fubarem. Greetings, Mino. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear to you and find your thoughts troubled. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Kayana does not. The Foreseer has been missing since this morning. There's been other troubles, there's been other times when she disappeared without a word, but we've always been able to find her. Alas, this is not the case this day. Were the Guild Master here, he would deduce to her whereabouts with a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devoted themselves much to the Arcamina are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organise a search party. Would you be so kind to inquire at Hawker's Alley? It's not uncommon for Kayana wanderings to take paths through the markets. Right. Now, when we last did this, we boarded a ship, and the captain of the ship sent her into an absolute panic. She froze, and we were lucky to get off the ship. And we were told that she has a somewhat something happened to her, and it sent her absolutely. She froze in fear. So we'll find out what's upset her. Well, we're going to get a weapon from this, so we'll You seek a Matoki agent of Meridian's Gate. Why, yes, I have seen her, spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. The assessor was drilling me for details about a Quinquim smuggling ring based in our port, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, I suggest you speak with the Grindan of the Coral Tower. Oh, the dances. Each city-state has its own little dance, and I'm not gonna bloody go through those quests. For Siakanai, yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dosmarga. As member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Forcia has once held captive by the rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink at such depths as in the depravity of Dosmarga. It has been 6 years since he was exiled from the modes of engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. Now the villain has returned. He is, however, much cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we hope to borrow the knowledge of the officer Galea, whose experiences have given her an immediate familiarity with the way the scandal operates. At least, that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak to Pasicula, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Back already? And you were led to believe she had returned here? I'm afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dosmarga. Did they? Perhaps I would at least have told you the entire tale. Dosmarga's banishment was a result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in the underground slave trade. The assessor had that step to board the pirate merchant spoke of finding dozens of unwatched abortionate crammed into a squalid hull. Among these prisoners was young Matoki, destined for some black market auction block. Though Kalea was initially too terrified to speak, the guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with a gift of an initiate to Gilmore. Yes, the self-same tone that she had carried on her entire career. Of course, did you not mention that Kalae's Gilmore was thrown into the sea? There was rumours that a Kawan merchant of ill repute had retrieved the black market goods for the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now he gloats he has the salt-encrusted catch at Inhalport. It's entirely possible that the Vasir's most prized possession was caught by this Quinquam salvage net, but I no doubt how Kalae had reached the same conclusion. To our port with you, Mino. There's where you will find our way with Assessor. There you are, we're learning a little bit about her. So she was a child slave, bound to be sold. So that would be why she was so fearful of them. the resurrection, the healing benefits of vanishes. Yes. Combat pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you have nullified the fault of my original 2. My revival strategy is complete. Mino, it's good you have come. I was unable to calculate for a certain you would piece together my movements in time. Very little is certain, and when it so comes, so many variables are involved. But there's good news. The prisoner here is kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morning Star's jetted cargo did indeed retrieve a tone matching the description of my lost guild mate. Louisian law and policies of the Moving Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection, but alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. Peddlers already departed the Candle Keep Quarry Key, and here's where I gathered as much allies as possible, and her account was among them. Despite the nature of this endeavour, Miss Vonderbrim has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at Orsian's embrace. That is where we shall ambush this disreputable King Kwan. She really wants her book back. Excuse me. Come, Garbarkle. He thinks you're going to be needed. You have level 40 to finish dances, so I'll not know. They're not important either. Especially you got little annoying things, so I'll clear them off the map now. When I unlock all the other stuff, I will show you those. I'll do that in a different stream. Unlocking everything when I get to level 30. So, Filbrim. Greetings, Mino. Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust. You may not await our Kelai's arrival. Once the Quorum appears on the bridge, we'll spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our target relies on 2 allies we must have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pincer maneuver was, naturally, the Foreseer's idea. As for the target himself, the Quirian is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue, and so to avoid attracting attention, but don't be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us for what amounts as a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Kelai's sake. In any case, the Foreseer's tactics amount to around limited numbers and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now, let us take up our positions and wait for the quick one to arrive. Basically, a little rat. We're going to be kicking the crap out of a giant walking rat. There he is. jar. He needs to jump. Only jar. Ever thought you were unprepared for that? What the hell is the size of this guy's record? Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my Gilmore? Why no? Pray hand over the tome. It's ruined. A wonderful Gilmore is ruined. Probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo what ravages of seawater. I have never felt so defeated. I believe it's time I return home. Leave her be. But how can I? He is right, Ashvatara. You must allow Kalaya time to process the loss. And you have other matches you must attend. Come, Mino. It's time we return to the Guild as well. Right. Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Calliope held her soaked and tattered Gilmore, we see the light of hope die in her eyes. There is, however, something we could do. If we could call on your aid soon, in the meantime, you would be served to deepen your knowledge of Arcania. Right, so the F castle. We've been going. Right, let's go and speak with Bradian. I believe this is going to unlock the first dungeon. I think it is. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit where you like, lass. We'll be with you in a... Well, if it ain't the one and only Mino Eorzea. I was told a distinguished adventurer might be reporting here for duty. Fancy an adventurer being you, huh? Just as you're fairly warned, though, it ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to be downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know, and I'll fill you in the details. Yeah. So this is the first dungeon. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, but so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it that suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of Sasha's Seagrot and on no trustworthy sort of and north of Alport, and find out what they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But since it's that nasty business over swiftperch, folk have been uneasy. Well, I say a bit, because all they can not saw themselves every time the bloody full crew walls creak. He would permit me, Master Banyan. I would be so happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself. To what do I owe the rare honour, Commodore Rayner? Come up to make me patrons of behaving, or just thirsty? Neither. In fact, I come to welcome Mino back to Limpson Namosa, as well as it is well that you have returned. Over the course of the past moon, there has been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Alport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information comes to my attention no more than a few weeks after the squad of my own soldiers were completed the routine patrol in the region, the Sasha Seagrot included. Their search revealed little, save for a familiar of coils that have taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of the recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Shasta again. It would be the Shikaran's testing of our defences daily. I am loath to assign the task to limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Whilst I sought the surface of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead, any aid you can offer for this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Sachaska is located in the western Lanoska. It would be detailed instructions on how to reach the place. I suggest you consult Vampira. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lowest decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lass. So this is the first dungeon. Okay. Bloody queues! What's this one? Oh, this unlocks the ability to have our change our hair in the remiss to go in this dungeon unequipped. Well, there's weapons. Equipment. This. It's too expensive. Right, let's go and down to the docks. You'll hear about Commodore Rayner's investigation. Then you'll want to board the ferry bound for our port. Once you arrive in the western Alaska, though, you will pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sasaska. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk have prepared you to trade for skills you need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting you in the sea grot. So there's some side quests to do. I'll do them off stream. I think I'm going to do side quests off stream unless they're really required. Because I think I'll just crack on with the main story. Well, there is Shaska. And it is indeed the first dungeon. And a friend of mine said he wants to help me do that one, so I'm going to do that with him. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are brave the depths of Shashasha Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumoured to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling in such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. You shall need the training we're here at the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals on group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedule. Speak with him, and you can register your exercise tailor for your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it is time to head north once more. Report to the Jacket, scout to the mouth of the Srigot, and you'll furnish with the details of... Yeah, no one listen to that more. Right. Here's the first dungeon. Please tell me you're here on the Jacket's duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you know that the ship has been seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since the vessel was sighted, thinking that a crew of cutthroats might be in the den nearby. So when we received word that the men of questionable quality have been seen passing in and out of Sasaska here, we weren't entirely surprised. As you can see for myself, and this lot belongs to the Fishback Fancy and Serpent Reavers. Well, You can imagine that the panic all caused the kidnappings was all still fleshing people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around the caves and find exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-faced tattoos. Okay, duty finder and duty support unlocked. And our first dungeon. Duty calls and dungeons beckon. Enlisting the aid of allied players and NPCs alike to slay monsters, solve mysteries and defeat the mighty boss lurking in the depths. Conquering dungeons is not the only time-honoured tradition of adventurers, but also the progression of main scenario, and test your prowess at any given class or job at a time environment. Intimidated, fear not, dear adventurer. For you have little for with a little guidance you shall be clearing dungeons with confidence in no time. Into the depths 2 ways to adventure. You may challenge a dungeon via 2 different methods: by calling upon the support of trusty NPCs or by pooling your talent together with other players, be they best friends or first acquaintance. No matter how you form your party, the trials that await you will be comparable in difficulty and experience. No matter how independent or capable you may be, a dungeon is too mighty to challenge to overcome by one on one's own. By choosing duty support when accessing the entrance of any applicable dungeon, you will be summoned to the balance of team-skilled NPCs to support you on your path to glory. Just don't forget them once you're rich and famous, yes? After choosing to challenge a dungeon with NPCs via duty support, the party that is perfectly complement your current class and job will automatically be created for you. All that is left is to select register for duty, and you'll be battling monsters in no time. They say the burden is shared and the burden halved, and the duty finder can be split into the burden amongst the teams of players who smoulder with the same passion of adventure as you do. No need to recruit such teammates yourself. Duty Finder's matching system will automatically group players according to a chosen challenge and other criteria, guaranteeing the balance of an invigorating cooperative experience for all. Once you've been matched with a party, you'll be notified of a vibration sound. Vibration sound at the time of battle is at hand. Simply select commence, and you and your comrades will be delivered into the fray. Remember, the adventurers of whom you're cooperating are fellow players. Take advantage of full and varied strengths your group possesses by communicating respectively and often. As your journey progresses, more and more dungeons will become available until you find yourself a master of sea of tribulations to overcome. But don't let completion deter you from challenging your favourite duties over again. For duties again, simply open the duty support to play through the dungeons you've cleared, or use the duty finder to find the same dungeons not yet supported by NPC party system. No matter how you're craving, you're guaranteed to find an adventure to satisfy. While this introduction of dungeons is no doubt immortalised within the hallowed halls of your mind, you may find yourself in need of a refresher. You may access the tutorial information again by selecting the question mark icon in duty support or duty finder windows. The true adventurer knows the meaning of duty. Secure your legacy and fulfill yours. Okay. So it's a lot of information just for that game. The game is just thrown at us, and you go, "What the hell was he talking about?" Well, the duty finder. This is the duty finder. So because we only have one dungeon, Shaska, that's it. You click join, and then you wait for ages until it clicks. And I am not going to make you sit through that, but we will be doing this dungeon. And it is part of the main story quest. I'm going to clear out all the additional side quests that have appeared here, excluding that, and I'll clear out most of the other areas as well as things as well. And then until then, I'm the Big B82. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and appreciate a thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 7 when we delve into Shasta and we find out what is going on. So then, thank you very much. Ciao for now.